Hello everyone, it's Carla again. I'm here from Casey Creates, and for those of you who might be new to my channel, I call it Casey Creates because I create all kinds of things. For a good long while I've been really into doing lace journals and paper journals, and I love lots of lace and frill and layers and but lately I've been working on a lot of Christmas decorations, and I thought I was finished for the season, but I have one more idea that I'm really excited about. I love natural wood and I like wood projects, even though I really have no skill with wood as far as sawing and building. But today I thought it would be fun to take some of the wood, laser cut wood pieces I've been collecting and make a luminary type Christmas ornament. So if you'd like to join me, I can kind of feel my way around this process. I have really no experience. It's just from ideas that are in my head of how the process might go. And then I have watched a few videos of other people that actually have the laser machines and cut out their wood pieces and layer them and put lighting in them. So to start out, I think I'm going to, well, let me show you what I've used. I'm gonna, I have my hot cocoa here, and if you'd like to maybe get a drink and visit with me. This is actually one of my favorite ways to, I don't know, feel like I'm connecting with my friends here on YouTube. So what I did was I started collecting different things that I thought I could maybe mount and layer the wood pieces on, and then also conceal the lighting in the back. And the most successful thing I found are these paper mache boxes. And basically what I did was I took out the box, and I'm sure there's a way you can just use the lid, but in this case I had these tea lights that were about 1.5 inches tall, and so I needed them to fit down in there so that everything I lay on top would be flush with it. So I took a mat knife and I measured the circumference of the bottom of the little battery operated tea light, and I cut out a circle. I guess I didn't bring a tea light over here, but this is one way I did it, and now I've got these new fairy lights that I won't need to do that with, but I'll show you how I'm going to put those in. And since I'm trying to keep it on the natural wood theme, I just cut my circle out of scrapbook paper, and this is the one with the wood grain look, and I glued it on the back. After I cut the circle, I cut the same circle in the paper, pushed it down in there, and then I trimmed away to make it even all the way around. So you can see all you have to do then is turn it on. Oh, and I hot glued around it back here, but I found that just squeezing wood glue down into the little box and letting it dry holds it in there even better. I think because the hot glue got a little lumpy on the outside of this, so it took a little cleanup, and because it was hot, it was much harder to clean it up. So the wood glue, you can clean it up without burning yourself. So like I said, I might be a little all over the place. So rather than thinking I'm teaching you, I'm just explaining what I did, and you might have an easier way to do it. These are little ornaments that I purchased from Walmart. They're by the holiday time. And let me go grab the other one I bought. I may have showed it to you, but I'll be right back. And I actually didn't look at this one before I started trying to figure out how to put mine together, and I should have, but I purchased this one from Walmart, and it's got a really pretty glittery transparent background on it. Maybe it's acetate, and then it's got the tea light. That is really funny because I did not look at this one before I made this one, and I probably could have and would have known how to do that. But anyway, this is how this one looks. The light's kind of, the bulb is obviously right there because it's glaring. I'm sorry about that. But it really lights up and looks pretty. And it's for the tree. So I'm going to try to make my own. So I've got my little box here. And I probably should put my holes in now. I don't have, you know what, I do have some of these little twist eyelid little screws. I'll put one of those in when I'm finished because I'll want to put a hanger on it. But what I thought was I could get some of my wood chip pieces and just kind of play around. This is one of the laser cut pieces that I got at a really sharp discount at Hobby Lobby, and it's one of those little accordion standing signs, and on it was Santa and his reindeer, and I just serrated it a little bit with a mat knife, and I was able to take it off of the actual card. And I'm going to actually do it with these trees too, so I'll have the actual trees to layer. But let's make one with Santa, since he'll be on his way soon. We have a few days until Christmas. Time has gone really fast. Something I've learned about these laser cut pieces though is they're very fragile. And so, speaking of fragile, I'm going to try using just hot glue to fix this with just a little dab and push this back in. And I don't think it'll be too much of a problem because I am planning on covering these with a little bit of Mod Podge, maybe even some paint and glitter. But I was able to fit that one back in, and I'm going to layer these. I'm not exactly sure how yet, but I cut out some little pieces of popsicle sticks or craft sticks, and I cut them into little pieces, and I want to layer them. I don't think I need to put any on this one, but I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of glue to the edges. And for time reasons, I'm using hot glue, but I also have a little bottle of wood glue, and it works really well. So I'm going to start with this snowflake, and I'm putting it up a little bit because I'm going to layer them some. I have had so much fun looking at different wood chip pieces and shopping for them. I think that's part of the thing with crafting is the shopping for the items can be so much fun. So let me show you the different ones I got. I found a whole package of the trees, and if you can still find these, they'll be greatly reduced in price. But you don't have to just create a Christmas theme with them, even though a lot of these are Christmas theme. At the time, I couldn't find any that had houses, so I had to buy this one that had the actual house piece in it. And then after that, I did find one at Michael's that had all houses, so I'm excited to find that. And then I've got all varying sizes of the wooden snowflakes. I've got the tiny ones here, and then this is a medium size one, and then I found some fairly large size ones, and I haven't even looked at these, so maybe let's see what options I have here. So this is the one, these are the ones that came in the actual package, and those are nice. I like that one. So they make really nice layering pieces for the varying sizes. Yeah, these are quite pretty. So I've got more than enough to do these, because another project I think I may have shown you is I printed this off, but it's kind of hard. It's a little fuzzy. It's not a very good copy, but this is a tree on a flat piece of triangular wood, and then they just layered all the snowflakes and kind of distressed them or weathered them with white paint and sealant. And I think those are super pretty. So I'll probably have enough to try one of those as well. But for this particular one, I'm thinking I'm going to layer this. See if I can put this where you guys can see. And it definitely lends itself to a house. So I think Santa should be flying over the house. So maybe we'll do something like this. Or maybe put the house here. We'll try it there. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a few of my little riser type pieces down. I think I'm gonna need a couple on here. So bear with me. I'm just playing and hoping you're interested in seeing how this turns out as much as I am. And of course I'm going to try not to burn myself, but I'm going to stack, I think I'll stack 2 of these, 3 of these, let's do 3, and then I think I'm even going to put one more snowflake before I put the house on. And I don't really mind if these aren't completely going, you know, straight across. I don't think they really have to. Now these have an actual hole drilled in them for, I think, hanging purposes, but I'm going to go ahead and put it so that hopefully when I put the house on, I'll be covering it up. Let's see. So that's going to make that a little more three-dimensional. And let's see, where's our house? Here it is. And now it'll allow me to move the house down a little bit so I can put Santa will fit on here a little bit better. But you know what, I want a little bit more snowflake hanging off the edge there. So I'm going to go ahead and stick one more snowflake over here. And I think I'll make it a smaller one. I'm going to have to get baggies to put these in, because I know they won't stay in those neat and tidy little compartments. I'm going to see if we can have this guy hang off the edge a little bit and then glue the house down. I'm not sure if these have a front and a back, but it seems like this might be more the front, so let's see what we can do here. Yeah, I'm going to elevate this one a little bit too. I think I must just like kind of putsy things like this. Let's see if that helps. It helps, but I have to move it because I don't want it to show. So I'm going to take a little bit of that glue off. Anyway, maybe you guys will find this pretty simple. You don't, of course, need to purchase as many as I did. I just wasn't exactly sure what direction I was going but I think you could make, I don't know, a good half dozen of these ornaments if you just had a couple sizes of the snowflakes and one box of the ornament or paper mache boxes. And there are other ways to make these rings. Like I thought you could even saw a small band of an oatmeal box to get that ring. So yeah, you could probably do that. I'm going to glue the house on now. Oh, that's cute. I like that. And then I think I'm going to put maybe a star. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. Oh, you know what? We need a tree. We definitely need a tree or two. So I have this one. Let's do these two trees. That'll be cute. But I think I'll do it this way. Yeah. So I'll do a couple trees. Where should I put the glue? I need them. A little bit of glue here. And a little bit of glue here. There we go. So we've got those glued down. It's working out pretty well. And then I think I'm going to elevate this with the stars. It just covers a little more surface doing it that way. I don't know, I really didn't want to cover the tip of the tree, but it looks like I'm covering the tip of the tree. So you know what? If I can gently take this off, uh-oh, I can't. I'll be breaking that snowflake. So we'll just have to go with it because like I said, I'm just kind of playing right now. I think that tree will look cute there. Yeah, let's put one more tree right on the side of the house. It's a little bit of glue. And I would have, if I'd have measured a little better in my head, moved this one over just a little bit so that I wouldn't cover the tip of the tree. But I think because I'm just determined not to, I'm going to have him hang off just a little bit more. Let me see if I can get one more snowflake. We'll use this one. I've really enjoyed crafting Christmas crafts this season. Some years I'm into it more than others. And like I said, last year it was about making Christmas journals. And I'm still hoping to just do a flip through of my Christmas journals as a time to kind of visit with you and enjoy Christmas images together. So I'll be back to do that. Oh, that's not bad. But I think I'm still covering up too much of the snowflake. So this is a bit of a learning curve for me. I'm going to play with how to layer these better next time. But for now, I'm going to add one more larger snowflake. I kind of wasted that really big one because you can't really see it. But we do love layering in this type of crafting. So we'll just chalk it up to a wonderful opportunity to layer. And I do have deer, but because Santa's got deer, I feel like I lost a deer somewhere. I think I had one more. That's okay. This guy looks good. And then we'll just, it looks like he needs to be elevated just a little bit more right here. So I'll take a couple more pieces of my bits of popsicle stick or craft stick and layer it. And then we'll center Mr. Santa right about there, maybe down a little bit more. And I'm going to hold this up for you to see because I'm going to turn the light on. So let's put a little bit of glue here and a little bit of glue here. Let's see if that's about right. I do think that's about right. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so can you guys see that? It's very well layered. There's Santa in his sleigh. And just for ta-da purposes, let me move this and we'll turn on the light. So I won't do another one. I just wanted to do one on camera to show you my idea. Can you see that? I'll turn it on. I think I need to turn the light off in order for that to reflect better. So bear with me. It's a pretty bright light over here. Did that help? I hope. Oh, how fun. It's still a bit bright. Let's add a tiny snowflake in the center. I don't know if I can, but I'm going to try. And tuck one more snowflake under here. I can. In hopes to kind of conceal the light bulb a little better. I think this is a good reason why the smaller fairy lights would be better, because it'll keep them from, see, I'm having a little trouble tucking it in. I'm going to go the other direction. There we go. There we go. The small little fairy lights, I think, will be a little better spread out and keep one big light from shining through. Okay, I got it in there, but now I've got to kind of try to maneuver it a little better. That helps. Okay, that helps. All right, can you see it? How fun is that? And like I said, the light little switches on the back, but this is actually a timer one, so I know this one will go off after 4 hours. Oops, don't throw it around and break it. Okay, so you can kind of see the images, but I'm not sure I'll do much to this one. I have so many pieces to have fun and play with that I could leave some of them bare. That's how it looks without the light. You can see the detail a little better because there's no glare, but it is pretty at a distance with the light. And then I'll show you this one. I just did the exact same thing with an oval box. And like I said, I was playing around, so I cut this one a little too shallow. So the light is kind of extended on the back. It won't matter much once it's hanging or in whatever place I put it in. I bought this whole case of fairy lights, and I did think I was buying timer ones, but I guess they're not timered. But I bought them so that this little battery pack would be flat enough to tape into the container. So I don't have to use the bulky tea light. So like for instance, this little round one, I can just tuck the whole thing. Ooh, sorry, good grief. I wasn't looking at the camera at all. Not realizing I was probably blinding you, but like for this ornament, this is the one I purchased. And then this is the one that was just on a pick. So you can just simply take it off the pick, get your little paper mache box. Oh my. These are the things you learn when you demo. It's like, I want to demo it, but I don't want to blind you. I'm sorry, you wouldn't be able to stick it down in the box. You'd have to tape it to the back of the box. And these fairy lights come apart into a long strand of lights. I got them in that shape because I was going to try to do some framed ones, and I'll show you my idea for the framed ones. I'm just going to use a piece of a little framed canvas. Let me cut this one open. And with the framed canvas, you might even be able to just, you know, have it shine through the actual canvas. Yeah, you could just tape the fairy lights to the back of the canvas and then put your wood embellishments on, and that would work great too. So I'm going to play around with some more ideas for making my own lighted little ornaments. I wish I had a thin piece of fabric because I didn't think about it, but this is that, like, oh, I do, you guys, watch. I told you I was just kind of coming up with it as we go, and that's why I think of this more as a chance to visit than any type of tutorial. I bought these, and they're little picture frames. And I got these at such a steal. They were already 70% off at Hobby Lobby. But they're framed little pressed wood frames. So you could take the little piece of acetate that's on here, and I bet it comes like with the little piece of tissue paper to cover it. You could probably just leave that on, glue in your lights, and then put your thing on top. Oh, that works great. It cuts on some of the glare. Did I bring any tape over? I didn't, but let's do it this way, just for the fun of it. We'll tuck all of this in the box. Well, I won't tuck the switch in the box. I'll tuck all of the lights in the box, leaving the switch part out, and then I can turn it off and on. And then I will just go for it and glue down this ornament right on top of it. If I have any trouble, I'm sure I could just pull it right back off. Okay. And then, because these weren't extremely expensive, I'm not too worried about, you know, ruining them. I'm going to put a little more glue though, in hopes that I can get it to stay. There we go. And then glue down my embellishment. Oh, that worked. Oh, wait. My hanger's over here, so I gotta turn this around. I suppose worst case scenario I could move the hanger, but I don't want to if I don't have to. Look, I just made my own. How fun is that? I do think I'll have to mess with it as far as getting it level. It's still a little bright for the camera, but This battery is already dying on the one I purchased, but I can just put a new light in it. Oh, look. Ta-da! Store-bought DIY. And you just glue the battery pack to the back so that you can turn it off and on. Oh, that makes me happy that it worked. Yay! Okay, well, thanks for watching with me, you guys. I just love to get on here and play, see what we can come up with. These little laser cut ones are really fun. And then I've got another one here set up so I can play around with some more shapes. Some of them I'll just do all snowflakes maybe, or just all trees. This is a cute little guy, but I really didn't want the cutesy kind of bear. So I'm going to pop him out of here and just use the frame of the house. I mean, he's cute, but I wasn't really going for cute with this particular project. Yeah, see? So now I have another house, larger, that I can use. I'm not sure what I'll use him for, but I'll hang on to him. Anyway, it was fun crafting with you, and I really appreciate you joining me. I'm sorry that I always look like I'm in a pile of mayhem by the time it's all said and done. I guess if I were a little more organized and knew exactly what direction I was going, that would have helped. I didn't show you these. I ordered these separately, but these are three different size trees as well. And I'm hoping to do like a long, kind of long strip kind of, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but yeah, like a panoramic or something similar to this type of tree lined scape. I just think it's really pretty when you put the lights in the back of it. My goodness, you guys, they actually worked out way better than I had expected. So I'm just really happy that you can actually recreate these little illuminated laser cut pieces. And you know, this one that I purchased isn't made out of wood. I think it's definitely some kind of plastic or acetate. And I'm glad the little battery pack comes out, because it does go quite dim really fast. But just to know that you can get these little wood chip pieces, like I think I may have paid 78 cents at the most per package. And then the little paper mache boxes, those were not on discount, so I think those might have been the more expensive thing, which was still only $4. And like I said, you could probably just use little cut rounds of a round box, like an oatmeal box. And then I also discovered by doing this with you guys today that you can use the little ornaments and keep the little tissue paper protector that goes over the clear acetate, and it'll mute down the bright shiny bulb. I'll turn it that way. And I just glued the fairy lights on the inside of the paper mache box and kept the battery pack on the outside. And this was all assembled. It already had the little eyelid hook and the twine hanger. So, and I also discovered that it'll stand. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it to stand without rolling, but you could stand it against something, or you can hang it. So I wanted to just add this in just to show you. This one stands alone as well. So depending on how you mount all the layers, they can be little fun standing decorations as well. And then of course, if you've got one of those fancy cutting machines, probably can do all kinds of intricate designs and layering But wasn't that fun? Aren't these fun? I think you could do it with all different themes. It doesn't just have to be Christmas. And they'd make great little gifts and night lights. So I'm still here enjoying my hot cocoa. This is just a straw that I stirred around my peppermint stick that melted. So enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll look forward to visiting with you again soon. Bye.